The well-known adage in the gambling industry, the house always wins. As active players, it serves as a reminder that we frequently lose more money than we win. What transpires, though, when someone tries to manipulate the system in their favor? In this video, we delve into the fascinating area of casino fraud and examine the 9 most daring and illustrious attempts to beat the system. Some of these cunning individuals managed to escape unscathed, while others paid a hefty price for their daring endeavors. Join us as we reveal the amazing tales behind the most legendary casino frauds. Before we get started, I would like to give a shout out to Fred Lee. You're doing great things for this channel, and we enjoy having you here. Now let's get to the video. NBA betting scandal. Tim Donaghy. Our opening entry should be a slam dunk, but maybe not. NBA referee Tim Donaghy's reputation was permanently ruined by this story, which shook the NBA to its very core. Imagine yourself watching a thrilling basketball game with your favorite team on the line. As the referee makes a call, you can't help but yell at the screen. It turns out that Tim Donaghy wasn't just calling games out of a passion for the sport, but also for financial gain. The tale of Tim Donaghy reads like a thriller produced by Hollywood. His position gave him a ringside view of the game, and he could decide the outcome with the sound of his whistle. He certainly made use of that power. With the knowledge of how to manipulate the odds in his favor, Donaghy started making illegal wagers on the games he was officiating. It's similar to playing poker with a stacked deck, and he shuffled the cards. But how was he discovered? When the NBA noted certain dubious calls and an odd winning run for Donaghy's bets, they started to grow concerned. He seemed to possess a crystal ball, but instead of being able to see the future, he was controlling it. When the FBI became involved, they discovered a corruption network that went beyond Donaghy. It was converting the game we all enjoy into a high-stakes casino game by giving insider information to a network of gamblers. Tim Donaghy ultimately paid the price for his illicit gambling behavior with the loss of his job, his reputation, and a time in federal prison. He may have attempted to win, but justice caught up with him faster than a basketball fast break. The NBA recognized its mistake and put tougher controls in place to avoid similar crises in the future. That being said, the next time you see a dubious call in a game, you might wonder if it's merely a ref's mistake or if something more malicious is at play. But enough about Tim Donaghy's shenanigans. Let's move on to our next incredible casino scam involving a man who used the roulette wheel as his very own piggy bank. Roulette whiz. Gonzalo Garcia Pelayo. Let's switch gears now and explore the fascinating realm of roulette, where Gonzalo Garcia Pelayo transformed the game into a science. See, most people consider roulette to be solely a game of luck, but Gonzalo had a different perspective. He thought that each roulette wheel had its own special flaws, a glitch in the system of chance that might be taken advantage of. Gonzalo would go to casinos with a notebook and an attention to detail in hand. He would carefully track the results of countless roulette rolls and analyze the information like a skilled investigator. Gonzalo made a discovery that was nothing short of astounding. He discovered that due to flaws in how the roulette wheel was made or wear and tear, some numbers on the wheel were more likely to land than others. In essence, he was decoding the secret language of roulette. Gonzalo started betting on the numbers that were statistically more likely to win after learning this information. It's as if he had a cheat code for roulette, and the casinos had no idea what hit them. Security at the casino saw his amazing winning streak, but at first thought he was just a lucky gambler. Gonzalo's achievement, however, was no accident. He was expertly manipulating the system to his advantage. The casinos eventually recognized that a man with a keen eye, a mathematical mind, and an unwavering desire to win was outwitting them. Gonzalo was barred from their property, but his legacy had already been established. The experience of Gonzalo Garcia Pelayo is proof of the effectiveness of observation and math in the field of gambling. He left casinos perplexed by transforming a game of chance into a game of skill. The following time you spin the roulette wheel, consider Gonzalo Garcia Pelayo's fabled transformation of the Wheel of Fortune into a personal cash register. We're not done yet, though. Stay tuned for more mind-boggling casino scams, including the Monkey's Paw scandal, the MIT Blackjack Team, and the enigmatic Ron Harris. You won't want to miss even one story from the high-stakes deceit industry. Monkey's Paw scandal. Tommy Carmichael. Let's now focus on the Monkey's Paw scandal, a scandal that is both clever and enigmatic. No, it doesn't involve a primate. Instead, it's all about a clever invention that tampered with slot machine functionality. Imagine entering a casino undetected while carrying a device that could be used to control slot machines. With the Monkey's Paw, that is precisely what some creative minds tried to accomplish. The Monkey's Paw, which was essentially a piece of wire with a claw-like attachment at the end, was a straightforward but effective tool. Its objective is to tamper with the reels inside the machine, causing them to pay out more than they ought to. Tommy Glenn Carmichael, a man with a talent for identifying gaps in the casino's defenses, was the creator of this device. He used it to take advantage of older mechanical slot machines whose security features were less advanced. Carmichael made a small fortune with the monkey's paw until casinos found out about his tricks. To counter his tricks, they had to update their slot machines with more advanced technology and security features. The real kicker is that Carmichael didn't give up. He changed and went on to develop the Light Wand, a tool that was even more successful at tricking the more recent slot machines. The machine's sensor was fooled by a burst of light from the Light Wand, making it believe it had won when it hadn't. It was like a magic trick right there in the casino, and Carmichael was the magician pulling the strings. Carmichael's luck eventually ran out, and he was apprehended. Due to his cheating habits, he served time in prison. Still, his exploits with the Light Wand and the monkey's paw are legendary in the history of casino fraud. Therefore, keep the monkey's paw scandal in mind the next time you pull the lever on a slot machine, and know that casinos have made great strides in protecting their treasures from cunning cheaters. Blackjack scandal. MIT Blackjack Team. Next up is the MIT Blackjack Team, a group of bright individuals who figured out how to beat the casino at its own game. With their incredible mathematical skills, a group of Massachusetts Institute of Technology students decided to take on Las Vegas blackjack tables. They relied on science rather than chance. What made the MIT Blackjack Team so extraordinary was their strategy. They used card-counting strategies that were so accurate that it seemed like they could see into the future and know how each hand would turn out. They didn't just play blackjack. They mastered it. Giving each card a value and keeping track of the count were the team's methods. They would wager heavily when the count was in their favor and sparingly when it wasn't. Each person had a specific responsibility in this well-oiled operation. The team members disguised themselves as regular gamblers to blend in with the crowd at the casino and avoid suspicion. They even used signals and code words to communicate with one another covertly. Their methodical approach was extremely successful. They turned blackjack tables into gold mines, raking in millions of dollars from casinos. The MIT Blackjack Team eventually ran out of luck, though, as casinos don't like to lose. As casinos learned of their plan, they started banning team members. Despite the team's dissolution and legal troubles, their legacy endures. Their tale served as an inspiration for the popular film 21. The MIT Blackjack Team not only proved that you can beat the house, but also that intelligence and teamwork can outwit even the most formidable opponents. It's a thrilling tale of brains versus brawn in the glitzy world of casinos. Software engineer scandal. Ron Harris, a tech-savvy insider in this story, managed to overcome the odds in a way that would even make James Bond envious. Former casino software engineer Ron Harris was a mastermind who devised a cunning scheme using his understanding of the inner workings of the casino. He used a devious combination of skill and technology to achieve his goal of winning consistently rather than just big. By taking advantage of a bug in the slot machine software, Harris was able to foresee when a jackpot would be hit. It was similar to having a secret vault key that he used to let the money pour. Harris would covertly add a secret code to the software of the slot machine. The machine would malfunction when a player hit the jackpot, failing to record the win. The broken machine's jackpot would then be claimed by Harris and his accomplices. The scheme's audacity was astounding. Harris and his team rigged numerous slot machines at various casinos, leaving a trail of skepticism and doubt in their wake. However, as the saying goes, the house always wins, and in this instance, that meant the authorities. When his activities were discovered, Harris' luck eventually ran out, and he was arrested and imprisoned. Counterfeit coins scandal. Louis Colavecchio. Louis Colavecchio was no ordinary counterfeiter. He possessed a special talent that allowed him to replicate casino coins so precisely that not even the sharpest-eyed casino staff could tell the difference. It was like turning a common coin into a golden ticket to fortune. Colavecchio's journey started when he took up the hobby of collecting casino coins. The intricate details of these tokens mesmerized him, and he made the decision to use his artistic abilities to create exact replicas of them. Colavecchio painstakingly studied the shape, weight, and feel of real casino coins to pull this off. He then meticulously designed his fake coins, making sure every last detail was exact. Colavecchio entered the casinos with his counterfeit coins in hand, exchanging them for real tokens at the slot machines. The casinos were unaware of Colavecchio's sly scheme, and as a result, he amassed a small fortune, but as with all casino con games, Lady Luck eventually deserted him. One of Colavecchio's counterfeit coins was discovered to be off balance by a casino employee, sparking an investigation that would bring an end to his empire of fraud. The day Colavecchio was busted in possession of a bag full of his counterfeit coins was the day he met his end. The game was over for the coin, and he had to deal with the legal repercussions of his counterfeiting enterprise. The Louis the Coin Colavecchio scandal exemplifies how far some people will go for financial gain in the gambling industry. It also serves as a warning that even the most skillfully carried out frauds can be exposed. One thing that is not a scam is liking and subscribing to our channel. Do that now and then click the bell icon to be notified when we upload new videos. Slot machine glitch scandal. John Kane. John Kane was an ordinary guy, just like you and me, until he had an extraordinary revelation. He noticed an odd glitch while playing video poker at a casino. It appeared to make the machine malfunction in his favor. John did what? So, instead of reporting the bug or ignoring it, he chose to take advantage of it. He started playing video poker, and by taking advantage of this technological glitch, he was able to win much more frequently than the odds should have permitted. In order to take advantage of the glitch, Kane used maximum bets on the video poker machine. He began amassing winnings like a seasoned gambler, but he wasn't using skill or cunning instead. He was riding the wave of an anomaly in technology. The most amazing aspect of this tale is the fact that Kane wasn't the only one who made this discovery. In order to take advantage of the bug on various machines in different casinos across the nation, he enlisted the aid of a friend, Andre Nesta. They robbed the casinos while giving to themselves, acting as today's Robin Hoods. But as they say, fortune can be a cruel mistress. At some point, the authorities learned of their antics, and Kane and Nesta suddenly found themselves in legal trouble. The casinos weren't about to let a bug hurt their business. John Kane and Andre Nesta argued that they hadn't committed any crimes and had only discovered a flaw in the machines in the court case that followed. They argued that they were merely fortunate players who took advantage of technical difficulties. Notably, the courts ultimately decided that Kane and Nesta had not engaged in any criminal activity, leading to the dismissal of the case against them. The error was perceived as a software flaw in the casino rather than deliberate manipulation. Employee scandal. William John Brennan. A worker at the Stardust Resort and Casino in Las Vegas named William John Brennan was about to change history. He had years of experience working in the casino sector and was intimately familiar with security. But he also knew something else: how to make off with a fortune in casino chips. Brennan's strategy was bold. Under the watchful eyes of security cameras and staff, he stole $500,000 worth of casino chips from the Stardust Resort and Casino. The twist is that he had no intention of cashing them in. He intended to leave without a trace and wait for the heat to subside instead. In order to get away from the casino, Brennan planned to bury the stolen chips in his backyard and wait a while, hoping that the casino would deactivate the chips and make them useless. It was a game of patience with extremely high stakes. It appeared for a while that Brennan would get away with his risky heist. However, the casino didn't just ignore the loss. All attempts to use the stolen chips were closely monitored after they were rendered useless. When Brennan tried to sell some of the stolen chips to an undercover FBI agent, his scheme ultimately failed. He was promptly detained, and the buried loot in his backyard became the focus of a prominent court case. Brennan was accused of stealing in court, and his case gained notoriety. In addition to facing legal repercussions for his actions, he also had to contend with the court of public opinion, where he was viewed as a cunning but ultimately confused casino insider. William John Brennan, a mastermind and casino employee, serves as a reminder that even those on the inside are susceptible to the allure of casino wealth. Richard Marcus scandal. Richard Marcus was not your typical casino con artist. He was a skilled con man with a special ability to trick the system, his preferred weapon, a large amount of charisma, and a set of casino chips. Marcus came up with a clever plan known as pass posting, where he would put low-value chips on a winning wager after the result was known. It was a risky type of cheating that called for steely nerves and quick reflexes. Marcus would casually place small denomination chips on losing bets while seated at a roulette table. He would quickly swap out those low-value chips for high-value ones when the ball landed on a winning number, effectively turning his losing wager into a winning one. Marcus' talent for diverting attention with his charm and slick talk made him truly remarkable. In order to divert their attention for just long enough to make his move, he would start a conversation with the dealers and pit bosses. Marcus was able to leave the casino tables using this tactic and leave with a large amount of illegal gains in his pockets. But it wasn't just luck or clever tactics that made him successful. It was his knack for human psychology and misdirection. Casinos were perplexed by this. Even though they were being conned, they were unable to catch Marcus in the act. Because of his quick thinking and charisma, he displayed a remarkable capacity for staying one step ahead. Marcus' luck eventually ran out when his past posting antics were exposed after he was captured on security cameras. He was subject to legal repercussions and barred from many casinos, but his reputation as a master manipulator remains. With the Richard Marcus scandal, we conclude our journey through the top 9 greatest casino scams of all time. These tales, which range from inside jobs to brilliant schemes, serve as a reminder that in the world of casinos, wit and cunning can occasionally triumph over luck. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more intriguing tales and insights. Comment below with your thoughts on these unbelievable scams. And remember, when it's all said and done, the house always wins. If you want to know how casinos rob you of your money, check out this video or check out the other one. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and we'll see you next time on Spotlight Facts.